Hello my PU1 champions, welcome back to the channel. So this here, right here is going to be one of the most important video for your PU1 midterms of mathematics. Okay, in the previous sessions you were all asking me about your the formula sheet. Can you give me all formula sheet for PU1 sir? So I'm here to deliver just that. You'll see again, this might be a short video but very helpful if you stick to the end. Not only I tell you the formulas, I also show you how to apply them. I'll also show you what type of question you can expect from these topics. Okay, so let's start the session quickly so that we can complete it and we can say, all right sir, you have given us all the formulas for these chapters coming in your syllabus of only midterms of mathematics at one place. How can you download these notes? You have to download from the WhatsApp channel. We have given the link for that in the description of this video. Go ahead, join the channel if you have not joined yet. If you have joined, you know how to download it. The drive access is given in the WhatsApp channel. You can download the notes directly from there. Okay, so PDF form will be given, and if you are watching my video for the first time, there are more things to come for all of you. Okay, on the YouTube channel of Deeksha Karnataka, we are coming for a special series of PU1 students. I understand we are a little late, but be sure we are coming with a very special series which will help you score a very good marks in your final examination. So for that, how would you do that? How would you get to know about the sessions? Subscribe the channel right now so that you will not miss out any of the videos. For that, you have to keep the notification bell turned on so that you don't miss any of the information coming your way about the sessions planned. Okay, so let's start. And before I begin, I have to tell you all about KCET, an offline crash course that we have designed for cracking KCET and COMET both examination. If you actually want to score top 1000 rank, join this offline crash course. Again, you are in PU1, but you can let your friends know, your seniors know, anybody who needs to join crash course in Bangalore, let them know it is available at various campuses of Deeksha. Last year we had at only one campus, but this year we have, as your demand was there from different students, so we are doing this offline KCET crash course at different campuses of Deeksha. So what you're gonna do, simply call on this number, okay, and visit the link which is given for the KCET crash course. You can get to know all the information over there and simply choose which campus is nearest to you. All right, so let's start with the chapter number 1, which is sets. We'll talk about everything. Okay, we'll talk about key terms, operations, the formulas, how to apply them, everything. Yes, but I'll try to keep it short so that it is very much effective, otherwise it will become very lengthy, right? So let's see, sets chapter. Again, start with all these topics. We have here union, intersection. You all know that, difference, complement, directly used in the question. So you have to remember all these properties. Basically, these are the definitions of this what do you call this these things which is given over here: union, intersection, difference, complement, subset, power of a set. This is very important. That question has been asked in the MCQ section, from the power of set to power what is this? Mod of A. Mod represents all the subsets. Okay, the n value comes over there. Next up, we have important identities with the sets. We have union identity with intersection. Complement is also used here. Okay, De Morgan's law. We have intersection of this number of elements. When we talk about the cardinal numbers, the formula is right here. Okay, when the union of A and B is there. Okay, and when it is disjoint, what happens? It becomes 0. Then it is disjoint. This part becomes 0. There's nothing in common, disjoint. And if you have union of ABC, the formula is written over here. Again, n represents the cardinal number of the union, n represents the cardinal number of the set A. You all know that. Okay, so if you want, take a screenshot. If you're in a hurry, if you want all the formulas right away, take a screenshot right now. Otherwise, you all know NCERT summary has the formulas, but you all asked me specifically to give you all the formulas at one point. That's why you can simply take a screenshot of this right away. Okay, and the PDFs are available in the WhatsApp channel, so please join. Seriously, join it right now to get your content. Don't worry, it's a channel, so you don't get your information. Your privacy is completely safe and secure. We don't get your numbers. Nothing is there like that. Okay, sets example formula. Check here. Union, as I was talking about this disjoint right now. When it is disjoint, it simply becomes NA plus NB. So some examples are given over here for sets. Relations basics, chapter number 2. Okay, relations basics, starting from how do you define the relation from set A to set B. What is it going to be? R will be a subset of all Cartesian product of A and B, right? You've learned that. This is just a summary of formulas. I'm not here to teach you. I'm here to give you formulas and help you how to analyze and use that. Because what happens, all of the students know, they try to, okay, they think that they know all the formulas. That's good enough. That's not it actually. Some of the questions, I think 30% of the questions in your examination are very much direct. Means you know the formula, apply it, you get the right result. So 30% is a big deal, right? So if you know all the formulas, means 30% is for sure. That's why can't be underestimated, the formula section in especially mathematics. Okay, because in other subjects what happens here is for physics, for chemistry, there will be some theoretical questions also, but in mathematics you'll have of course all numerical, all solving problems, right? So for that formula becomes very handy. Trust me, this is very important, so download all the class notes. Again, we have reflexive symmetric. This is for your PU2 part, but it's written over here. I have just mentioned it just for reference. Not useful for you right now. You can refer these two. Let's move on. Functions concept here. Again, these are for PU2, but this is very, very important for you. Okay, these two are important here, right here. These two are important right here. Again, you can refer. So basically in this chapter what happens in your syllabus, no, for different functions, whether it is greatest integer function, whether it is modulus function, whether it is, you know, a signum function, for all these functions, trigonometric function, inverse trigonometric function, for all these different types of function, you should know the domain, range and the graph. Promise me today that you're gonna go ahead and revise that. I'm letting you know domain, range and graph. These things for all the functions, whether it is GIF, whether it is a signum function, whether it is modulus function, you have to learn these, bacha. Very, very important. Okay, so please go ahead in this chapter. That is my hint. Number of functions. Again, this is for PU2 part. I've just mentioned here. You can, for this chapter, no relation function, relations part is already, you know how to create a relation, but for the basically the Cartesian product part is there in the syllabus. Apart from that, you please focus on your graphs part. That is very, very important. Okay, inequalities, here it comes, signs. There are 4 types of combination possible: just greater than, or greater than equal to, less than or less than equal to. So different types of inequalities are here. When it is not, when the given value is not included. Okay, basically if I write here x greater than a, it means open A and goes like this, open A. Okay, but if I write x greater than equal to A, it means closed A and we go right side. Okay, so this is how it works. Alright, so we have again when you are dividing or multiplying by positive sign, there is no change in the inequality. For example, if I have, let's say, minus a greater than 2, if I divide by, if I want to find the inequality for just a, what I have to do? I have to divide or multiply by minus 1. So this will become a, this will become minus 2. If you divide by minus 1 or multiply by minus 1, inequality will reverse. In other cases, it will not reverse. If it is positive, if it is added, no problem. 2 conditions. If it is added, if you add plus 1 or minus 1 on both sides, no change. If you add positive number also on both sides, no change. Multiply with positive number, no change. Only when you multiply or divide by negative number, inequality will reverse its nature. That's very important. That's the most important part in the case of inequalities. Okay. Let's move on. I'll show you example over here. If I'm writing, let's say I will show you example where I will write the set form, okay, with the help of inequality. Let's say I have here x is greater than minus 2. It means what? Right here, minus 2. Greater means, again it will be closed, goes on this side, and we write this as minus 2 comma infinity. Infinity is always open and this is always closed because it is given as greater than equal to. So this is how you write the given inequality in terms of intervals. Okay, important, they are important. Moving on, PNC, very basics. If you are looking for what is the meaning of factorials, is that given over here, n into n times of n into n minus 1, n minus 2, like that. Zero factorial is always 1. Okay, then permutations, npr is n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Combinations, ncr combination is also, some cases are also given, ncr equals to n of c n minus r. Okay, some properties are here, please learn it, very, very important. Okay, permutation, some special cases are there when you have distinct object, n factorial. Okay, permutations for identical object, if we have p, q are identical, we'll write n factorial divided by p factorial, q factorial, r factorial. Circular permutations, we have n minus 1 factorial. Clockwise, anti-clockwise, we have n minus 1 by 2. Okay, if they're equal. Okay, combinations now, number of subsets of a set with n elements, 2 power n. Number of non-empty subsets, we have to remove the 1 because it's always going to be 0 over there. This null set will also be there, so that's why we have removed that null set from here. Dividing n items into 2 groups of r1 and r2, we go ahead and do it like this: n factorial upon r1 factorial into r2 factorial. Okay, formulas are given here. I'm not here to teach you, I'm here to give you all the formulas. Please go ahead and learn from here. If I miss something, let me know. I'll come back with another session, another video, another sheet where I'm going to discuss those formulas if I missed something, but I'm trying not to. Okay, let's move ahead with your complex numbers. This is clear. Complex numbers. Starting of complex numbers starts with what? Basically, whenever the roots of quadratic in this part becomes negative. Whenever it is negative, you can't basically find the root of negative number. Then you introduce something called as iota, where I square equals to -1, and then you solve these cases. Sum of roots, product of roots, just basics that you learned in grade 10 as well. Alright, you all know that, and this is the formula because the negative part is taken outside. Whenever you have this value d equals to b square minus 4ac less than 0, if this is less than 0 means I can take minus sign common, it will become what? 4ac minus b square is less than 0. Okay, so if I write this as, if you think about it, this outside is negative, this is, then has to be positive, right? This is a positive value. This is a positive value right here, and this is negative. I can write this -1 as simply I square. Then what happens here is this now comes, I square comes out of the root as I. Okay, that's why you have minus b plus minus I, 4ac minus b square. Clear now? Somebody is thinking, sir, how did this become 4ac minus b square? Because we have taken the -1 sign common, okay, and that is taken as I square, and the root comes out as I. Okay, let's move on then. Basic definitions are here. Please go through this. Complex form of the numbers, including both real and imaginary part. Please go through and learn all these formulas. They are very basics, but questions can come directly on this, especially in the MCQ side. Okay, so operations of complex numbers are there: addition, subtraction, all mentioned here, multiplication, division. Okay, you do that. Modulus of and the argument formulas are given here. Even for the angle, the formula is given here. Tan inverse of b by a we do, right? B by a we do. So this is given here. You can simply download the sheet. If you want, you can take a screenshot right away. Okay, let's move on. Polar form in terms of r cos theta, r sin theta. Okay, one more thing, I might have given you some extra information, but not less. Okay, so some of the formulas might be extra. For example, the PU2 formulas were there, but something is missing. That is very less likely, but if I have missed something, you can let me know. Again here, the polar form is given right here. Take the screenshot. Z equals to r. Cis theta means cos is the real part and sin is the imaginary part. So cis theta, okay, cos theta plus I sin theta. Check here, cos is the real part, I sin theta is the imaginary part. Okay, r cos is the real, r sin is the imaginary. The conversion is also given over here. You can use that to get the conversions properly. De Moivre's theorem. If it is there in your syllabus, please use it. Okay, conjugate properties. This is very, very important. Very, very important. So please take a screenshot of this. I've listed all the properties over here. That is going to be very useful for all of you. Okay, when the product is there and you take conjugate, it can be separated. When you have sum, can be separated. Conjugate of conjugate becomes the value itself, the complex number itself. All right. Then we have straight lines in this actually. So of course, the basics of straight lines you have learned in, if you have learned in grade 10, good. Otherwise, I've listed all the formulas over here. Slope, slope point form, all these things are listed. Please check. 2-point form of line, point slope form, general form, all is listed over here. Slope of a line. So I've listed all the formulas for perpendicular lines. Okay, but apart from all these are also important. Simple question can be asked on this. But the distance formula, distance of a point from a line, okay, or mirror of a point in a line, these two concepts become very important. So please go ahead and learn those formulas as well. Okay, mirror of a point on a line, or distance, or basically the length of the foot of perpendicular from a point to a line. Okay, so you have to learn these two formulas as well. I've listed over here distance formula. Angle between two lines also listed over here in terms of the slope m1, m2. Now we are moving on to sequences and series. As I said, please remember the formulas for your length of the foot of the perpendicular and coordinate of the foot of the perpendicular, and also your mirror image of the point across a line. Sequence and series, starting from AP, we have this general term formula, sum of n term formula. I think you all know that, but still I've listed formulas over here as well. GP, general term, sum of n term, both the cases, and when it is sum of infinite number of terms as well. Okay, chaliye. Special series, some of them when we are talking about n natural numbers, listed over here as well. Square of first n natural numbers and cubes of first n natural numbers. I have listed the formulas. Please remember this becomes highly useful in some of the questions. You don't know what question can come right from this chapter. So that's why it's important to remember all the formulas regardless of what is the paper coming to you. Formulas has to be there with you. Okay, chaliye. Trigonometry. There are a lot of formulas in trigonometry. That's why I've listed all of them over here. Starting from the very basic you learned in grade 10. Then you have sum and difference formula. Over here, double angle formulas. Very useful, very useful. All the three. Okay, even this is very useful, sin A plus sin B. You write the sum of the angles. Basically this is sum, right? Sin A plus sin B is sum in terms of the products. Sin into cos, cos into sin. Okay, so let's move on. And for this you have to remember all the values. Okay, 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degrees. So remember the table that you've learned already in grade 10, but still remember one more time. Please go through it, revise it, however long it takes. Here it is half angle formula. It comes directly from this. Actually this part comes from here, double angle formulas. So if you remember this, if you remember the formula, the top three formulas, you don't have to remember these three. Okay, but if you can, good for you. Directly you can apply this. Okay, same concept. This can be taken with reference to this. These two can be reference to these. Okay, let's move on. Binomial theorem expansion is very important. Expansion questions comes. Sometimes they ask you to find this middle term or seventh term, like this coefficient of that term. They also ask you to find the series problems, C0 plus C1. Okay, so they are very important. If you want to know which all are the important questions, simply check the PYQs of your PU2 boards. PU2 boards not. I mean the PYQs. If you want to try yourself with a difficult approach of questions, if you want to try them as well, you can check KCET problems. Okay, some of the problems can be directly taken from the NCERT, so those can be relevant for you, because usually they try to make the midterm papers difficult. So if you want to challenge yourself, especially in this chapter, you can take binomial theorem questions or binomial theorem PYQs of KCET, but don't take difficult ones, they will not come, but NCERT questions from there can be asked. Okay, but it is the worst case scenario, means difficult cases. Okay, easily they don't ask anything other than the NCERT, but please check those as well. If you are somebody who has done with the preparation, who have completed the syllabus, you want to do something extra, you can go ahead and do that, or you can simply solve the miscellaneous exercises. That is also sufficient. Okay, here we have expansion. When it is a binomial theorem for negative fractional components, 1 plus x plus power n when mod of x is less than 1. Okay, we have that as well. Moving on, special cases when you have 1 plus x power n, important binomial coefficient. Okay, NC0, NC1 and so on, like this. All are listed over here. So this is the chapters that I knew coming for your syllabus. I've given you all the formulas. Download the PDF and refer them to memorize, to keep it in the practice of formulas with you all the time. Okay, if I miss some chapters, let me know. If you need another session like this, let me know. Something else was missing in this particular video, let me know as well in the comment section. For now, this is it for this formula sheet. We'll keep coming back for more sessions of PU1 as well, as promised. Stay with us, subscribe to the channel right now, okay, to get to know what all are coming, not in just maths, chemistry, physics, bio. Everything is going to be delivered on our platform Deeksha Karnataka. Now that's a promise. This time I understand we have missed last few times, but this is a proper thing. We'll let you know very soon that we are coming with a very beautifully designed series to help you out on YouTube, all our dear PU1 students. Okay, I have seen the comments last few times, sir, when I was starting PU1 chapters 2 months back also, but we had some other commitment, that's why we couldn't do it that time. But this time it's a promise, we're gonna deliver it for sure. Okay, so with this I can end the session today. I'll see you again very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.